Dr. Nick Fanning here with episode 25. Are you attractive? Sit back and relax. We're going to get started.
Parenting in the 21st century is ever evolving. And while you balance work, kids, and your sanity, it's easy to feel discouraged. Welcome to the Super Parent Syndrome with your host, Dr. Nick Fanning.
Parents, man, you have signed up for the most thankless job in the universe. Long hours, zero pay, no vacation time, bosses that are absolutely ungrateful at times, and we do it all for what kind of payoff? A slobbery kiss, the very first I love yous, the proud moments that we see between the long nights, and a good friend of mine, Melanie, once described it as long nights, short years. And you have your piece of your heart walking around that doesn't even belong to you, and you're just at its whim. So parents, I got to tell you, you are not alone. And today we're going to be talking about, are you attractive? Now, I already know that you guys are sexy, okay? You are some hot mamas and daddies out there. But what I'm talking about, are you attractive? And what I mean by that is just what it says. What in the heck are you attracting? Because in all honesty, no matter what you look like or what you're going through, you still have this advantage that if you consciously choose to be attractive. And I mean that is that there are people out there that when you just come by them, you just know, you're like, man, I want to be around this person. I want to know more about this person, or I'm drawn to this person. And that's what I mean, is that you have that right. You have that ability to do the exact same thing. And you need to be attractive, one, for your kid and for their attention, but also think about all the people that are in the world, customers, clients, coworkers, your partner, and really putting in that kind of energy and tension to be attractive. Now, I'm not saying sexy. I'm not saying physically attractive. I'm just being like, you need to be a magnet. And so what does that mean for you? So, for example, you can be, the crappiest day in the world, but if you can leave that kind of negative energy and that kind of poor thinking at the front door before you step into your office, what's that mean for your day? If you can be, consciously say, you know what, instead of being in my normal habit of not doing this, and this, I'm going to go outside of my comfort zone and reach out to a couple of people to talk to them, to really learn more about them, to take things up a notch for them, to really engage and, again, be attractive. But imagine what this could actually imply for you and your kids. So, our kids and stuff, we get in these habits of like, oh, how was your day? And they're like, it was fine. And you're not really leading them into a situation or a conversation that might be able to, pivotally transform them. And so you might just, change things up a bit and be like, you know what, tell me what made you happy today. Tell me what made you sad today. Describe a scenario in the last week that you were embarrassed about, or even sharing a story, be like, you know what, when I was your age, man, I was getting this, and this. Those type of things really help people relate, and it definitely does improve your attractability factor. And so that's why I'm going to challenge you guys today, is really looking at, okay, what can we do to be attractive? What can we do to make sure we step things up? Because if you think that your financial situation has nothing to do with your attractability, you're completely wrong. And again, like I'm saying, some of the stinkiest, most unattractive people in the world can be absolutely attractive and absolutely magnetizing towards people. Now realize that if you're a magnet, you're going to attract some and you're going to repulse some. And that's perfectly fine. Your job is not to make everybody happy. What I'm saying is that you want to make people take notice. And so if you can even think about the energy that I'm using in this podcast and the way I'm speaking to you, being in a higher vibration or better energy, whatever you might want to talk about it, it's not going to be, no energy type voice. And this is your host, Dr. Nick Fanning, and we're going to be talking about just how exhausting parenting really is. And then on top of that, you own a business and have employees, and good luck. See, that really engages nobody. That really does not ensnare the senses. And so as you're sitting here listening to this, you might be on the toilet, you might be in the car, I'm sure you're obviously cramming this into a free point of your day. Realize that we have that conscious ability, and you have the absolute human right to choose that for your day. So take what the way you do this is that there are going to be key moments in your day where you get to decide this. One of the things is, like, you're sitting in your car, you're about to turn the car off and go into your office building. That's a key moment. Okay, whatever traffic was like, whatever I was listening to on the radio, whatever matters, what is it going to go from here on out? So make sure that you leave the negative energy from being at home or having to deal with screaming kids or whatever it might be at the footsteps of your office before you go in. Again, when you leave the office, again, in the car before you get home, what kind of energy, what kind of things are you going to be doing? How attractive are you going to be towards your loved ones? Are you going to just kind of go through the motions and enjoy your spouse as a roommate? Or are you going to set aside times for a date night? Are you going to make sure that you invest into them? We talked about the love languages earlier. Are you going to spend quality time with them? Or are you going to do an access service for them? What is their love language, and what are you going to do to fulfill those needs? Because I can tell you this, especially from experience, if you don't personally fulfill those needs, they're going to find somebody to fulfill those needs. And it might be a member of the opposite sex. It might be through books or literature or something, but it's definitely not you. So you need to step things up a notch to a whole new level. And your attractiveness, again, does not mean physically or sexually. It means, are you being attractive as a human being? Are you being attractive as a soul and getting those people that you need in your life or those clients that you desire in your life? And what are you doing, really just your heart and soul, of attracting those people? You have that power. You have the ability. If you have more questions on that, honestly, reach out. Make sure you email me. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter. Get in contact with me on Facebook. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. If you really have questions about this and wondering what the heck to do with it, that's up to you to take that next step. It only takes a moment. Okay? Well, parents, again, you have the hardest, most thankless job in the world, and I salute you for it, brothers, because I'm in the trenches of it. You know, we got the crazy, terrible twos going on, all the way up to the question-asking fives, as we're struggling to really push reading and things like that too. So we're all over the board with this. I feel you folks. And so, again, my name is Dr. Nick Fanning. This is the Super Parent Podcast. If you are listening to this, you are a super parent. So hats off to you, and please know you are not alone.
Thanks for listening to another episode of The Super Parent Syndrome. Please be sure to visit peptalksforparents.com for more content and our free newsletter. And remember, you are not alone.